Hello, this is Lauren in African Life, and today we have with us you Brown. How are you feeling today?
Well, I'm feeling irie. I'd be tired, but when it comes to music, I'm feeling irie.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Well, we know that you've just landed in Vienna and would like to give you a warm welcome to Vienna. We know that you're performing somewhere else in Austria, but thank you for affording us this opportunity today. Um, my first question to you is in regard to your career. I know I've done my research in terms of where you started off in your musical career. You've got a string of albums that you've done. You started off with the sound system, you're a DJ. What was that inspiration behind actually following into the genre of music?
Well, first of all, I must say I was born musically inclined, because I love music. I was born in Kingston. And I was born in Kingston of all the Kingston, which is Kingston 14. Kingston 14 is like where you have Bond Street, you have Spanish Town Road, you have Arene Street, so all the record shops and the jukeboxes and the bars. So the music was there, always there, so that's how and then by going to the bars with my dad, not to drink as a young kid, because we know, as you know, as my sister, that when our parents have more than one children, 3 children, 4 children, it's difficult sometimes. So daddy have to take some of us with him to give mom a break.
Yes.
So my dad will go and have a drink with his friend, and he will take me because I'm the eldest son for my mom. So I would go with my dad and listen to the jukeboxes, and I hear the music, and I would love what was going on. I loved the sound, what was coming out. I was impressed about what was happening, because I thought it was someone in the jukebox singing through the speaker. Yeah, but gradually I see the record and I realize, and the music started to develop from there until my parents moved from Western Kingston to Southwest St. Andrew, which is like Tower Hill, Waterhouse, Kingston 11 era, where King Tubby's sound system was residence. And fortunate for me, I met a friend when my mom moved up to that area, and he loved to dance. He loved to go to dances. He loved music like me, but he was like about 2 or 3 years older than me, so I was following him. He was a big influence on me, going out, stealing out the house to go to the parties. And I usually go to sound systems and listen to a lot of sound systems, even jammies, because a lot of people hear jammies today and don't know that jammies have a sound system from about 1966, 67, 68. Jammies have, so I usually go out and I listen to sound system like jammies, King Tubby's, El Turo, Emperor Fate, the Dub Master, just to mention a few, and Papa Roots, International, those sound. And by listening to Tubby's and Jammy's sound, and then I find myself attached to something about Uri, because Uri as a person is a humble person. And just as humble as how Uri is, that's how he records, that's how he maneuver himself around the sound system. And even if you see him live on stage, he just relaxed, but what is coming out is effective and serious, and that's what grabbed me, so I started to follow King Tubby's sound system and listen to Uri a lot. And then when I can't hear Tubby's sound system, I'll go to the bars, and because I was growing up older now, so I could hang around closer and listen to the music and sing along, and I realized that music is the life.
And being in this environment where music was you were inspired by so many other musicians, how was the name You Brown actually bestowed upon you?
Well, my real name is Huford Brown, Huford Brown. And fortunate for me, I met up with you, Roy, not in person, but with this musical connection, this spiritual connection. And because of that now, you know, everybody call me Hugh Brown. But my mom called me Hugh. Yeah, so that's how the name Hugh Brown really is. But Hugh is a part of my name, officially. Yeah.
So it was just shortened and kept that way, but it's made a very strong impact.
Yes. Give thanks, give thanks, give thanks. I get to realize that.
You know, in terms of the music, specifically this reggae music genre, there's been said to be a regeneration of reggae, you know, with new and up-and-coming artists. What is your feel and take on that specifically, and what do you feel about the so-called new dancehall culture that has now come about?
Well, first of all, the word dancehall, I want to clarify that word from my perspective. Everybody sees it as different. First, what is a dancehall? For me, a dancehall is a place that music play frequently or regularly and people goes there to dance, right? That's a dancehall. Even a club is a dancehall. But the difference is one is a sophisticated dancehall, which is a club, and one is a ragamuffin roots dancehall. Well, I come from that side of the business, you know, at the dancehall. And what happened is that the music now, music have to change. Things always have to change. And I don't have a problem with that. But it's just that sometimes, in my time when people were less educated, my grandma, my mother, my father, our mother, grandfather, was less education. Now that the youths are more educated and more wiser, I think they should be speaking more wiser. You know, even if you don't call upon God, even if you're talking about a princess, you know, because yes, we have to sing about the princess too. But at the same time, you speak about them in the right way. And in a dignified way. And even if they're doing wrong, you can still speak to them in a dignified way, you know? So it's just that the lyrical content just need to change, brush up a little bit and straighten up. But there's a lot of good artists coming from Jamaica and other parts of the world. Because artists like Busy Signal, you know? Artists like Sizzler, as we all know, Caperton, you know, and this young upcoming artist that really impressed me is one named Chronic. Yeah, I like the good Sensimina, because that's what we call Sensimina in Jamaica, the Chronic, you know. That's another term for Sensimina, and that's one of the artists that's impressed me, you know. Yeah, and the sister named Janine, you know. Yeah, Itana. As female singers, because I love the thing I realize in this entertainment business. Sometimes it's not the music, no matter how good your music is, if you don't try to sell yourself certain way, it's just like you can't be successful. Because you're female, even if you're singing about making love, if you don't wear some naked clothes and expose your body, 3/4 of your body, it's like nobody don't want to buy the music, and you know, and it's very rough. It's very rough, but you know, who know better do better. Simple.
Very, very true. And on a more personal note, what is one of those moments in your life where you can reflect back on and say, wow, that was really an unforgettable moment on stage or
In the dance hall or in the studio? Well, there's so many times it happened, you know. There's so many times, you know, and I can't tell you one definitely, you know, but it happens in the dance, around the sound system. You have many nights, some nights I walk away with a spiritual high, you know, because of what I feel and the energy from the people. Because one thing the people must realize, the fans and the supporters who buy the records, no artist can be that artist without the fan support. So regardless the artist is on the stage, we are equal, man. Because we need the energy from the people. And the people need my energy. So we recycle. You understand? Yeah, man.
big up. I mean, with an artist like yourself, just listening to lyrics at times, just feeling the vibe from the music is so inspiring. It sometimes just lifts you out of this negative spirit that you're in. It's motivating, and one gets lifted to another level. I'd like to know, what does repatriation mean to you?
Repartition means a lot to me, man. Repartition is a must, man. We have to leave out of certain things and repatriate to where we come from and where we're supposed to be. So I believe in repatriation.
And have you visited Africa?
Not as yet. I'm still waiting for that invitation. So anyone out there in Africa, no matter what part of Africa you are, and you're ready for you, Brown, just pick up the phone and give me a sound and invite me in your town.
Well, I'll be making lots of contacts. I'm sure lots of guys will be seeing this, so we know now that you Brown needs to get back home.
Yeah, man, I'm willing and able, man. I'm willing and able to tread the road and come back home.
And what would your message be to the youth around the world, specifically in Africa, in terms of the day-to-day struggles that youth go through? There are times where youths are so demotivated, with things that are going on within their communities, within their countries. What would your message of inspiration to them be?
Well, my message to the youths in Africa and the youths around the world, because me is a father and also a grandfather and can be a great-grandfather anytime. So all youths are my youth. What I want to tell the youths, listen, especially the youth in Africa, the situation as how the shit Stim put it cause us to be divided amongst each other, and we fight against each other and kill each other, and it shouldn't be like that. So we need to be more wiser. And yes, challenge is gonna be very challenging, but as long as we keep the faith, work together, respect each other, don't steal from each other, don't kill each other, share with each other, and satisfy with what your brother can share with you. Because not because your brother have a loaf of bread, you want him to give you half of the bread. As long as he's willing to break a piece, give thanks. And that's all I ask you for. Just be wise. Don't get carried away in the Babylon system. Don't get too carried away with the material world, because reality is the real thing. The reality is the real thing. And, we just have to live good and live amongst each other. And don't let no politicians, whether black, white, pink, purple, or blue, divide me and you. All right? So let us do what we're supposed to do, and Jah will take us through.
Wow, that was very inspiring, yet poetic on the one side. You, Brown, we'd like to say thank you very much for affording us this opportunity to interview you. All the best on your projects, on your future tours, and we're looking forward to seeing you in Africa.
Thank you. And it's a pleasure to be in here, and it's a pleasure to share some of my knowledge with the people who out there, 4 corners of the world, Africa, etc. And hopefully the day will come when I can be there to be a much closer with you, to share it with you, and give you a little bit more of my experience. Yes. Blessed love.
Blessed and thank you.